get a guy in front of us who I'm told he's already a big, strong guy, and then they said he's got new dad strength. I'm like, well, how much stronger can this guy get? Luke Raley is here with us. How are you, man?
I'm all right. How about you guys?
Doing great, and congratulations on being a new father. And do you feel that much stronger? Is there new dad strength there?
I mean, I hope so. I don't really feel it yet, but as I keep holding her and doing those dad things, hopefully it keeps coming on.
Oh, she's going to have you wrapped around her finger, right?
She already does.
So how old is she?
She's 8 days old.
Wow. Oh, man, that's awesome. You haven't had enough. You've spent 8 days with her. But, as far as your perspective on life and everything, it just is going to give you opens up a whole new thing, right? As a player.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just so much different, like coming home from the field, like things change when you get home now. Like it's just totally different. I used to sit there and think about my bats constantly, and it's a great thing because I can kind of get home and stop thinking about baseball and think about being a dad.
Yeah. Was this a dream? Was this something you just waiting for that day?
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things. Like I've wanted a kid, and my wife and I just happened, and we were ready, and we're really excited she's here.
Yeah. How about your wife? You realize how badass your wife is, right? Going through that.
Absolutely.
Went through that a couple of times. So, how was other than that, how was the off season for you?
It was good. Just got to go back to Ohio, be around friends and family, and obviously my wife was pregnant, so we were kind of pushing through that, a lot of doctor's appointments, stuff like that. But it was good off season. I got to work out with Dom this year. He came up and worked out at the facility I work out at up there in Cleveland. So it was good. I got to hit with him, and just having another guy familiar with the organization and being able to do those things is really nice.
When you reflect on last year, how do you view it? Because we spent a lot of time talking about an offense as a whole that struggled, but you were a guy that came over as one of the new additions that actually. So we always talk about playing up to the back of your baseball card. You exceeded what you'd done in the past. So I looked at your season as a success. I'm wondering how you viewed it.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good year. I think I started off slow. I'd like to kind of smooth out the peaks and valleys and keep it more of a consistent. But it's kind of how baseball goes sometimes. You get hot, you get cold, but it's just getting out of it as fast as you can or riding that high as long as you can.
I always think of the movie Moneyball about playing first base and how Wash is there, Coach Washington, and he's like, it's incredibly hard, how is that going? It's a tough position, especially picking balls. I mean, the whole thing. That's got to be a big learning curve.
Yeah, it's a big transition, but I'm not totally unfamiliar with the position. Obviously, I played there a little bit last year and throughout the minor leagues, but I'm definitely more comfortable or have been more comfortable in the outfield. So just having this whole spring training to be over there and work with Bone has been really, really nice. And I think my footwork has improved drastically already, which is a huge part of it. You just, in the outfield, you have so much more time to react, and
right.
It's just a totally different look. And it's more reactionary, and if you don't have your footwork or you don't know what you're doing with your footwork in those reactionary situations, you can really get stumbled up. So, no, it's been great working over there with Bone, and he's one of the best, and it's just so good to be able to go over there with him all the time.
As far as your offense goes, saw you working your tail off here, going from the cage to the field, back to the cage. I mean, there's no shortage of cuts out there. But was there a specific thing you're addressing in your offense this year? I want to do this better. I want to work on this strength or work on this weakness.
Yeah, like I said, I just want to be more consistent. I want to be able to get out of those valleys faster, and when things are going south, be able to turn it around faster. So it's just doing the repetition and constantly having the same approach and stuff like that. So, yeah, just as a whole, I would say just, be more consistent.
You were talking about Coach Bone, Perry Hill, right? What makes him so good? Because everybody raves about him when they come over and talk to him.
No, he just knows exactly, he knows the footwork and, all 4 infield spots. He's just so good at explaining and, trying to teach you how things work and why you do things a certain way. And there's just a lot that goes into it that he knows how to, like, get into your mind. Yeah. So let you know, like, why you feel the ball this way when you're going here, different forms and different footwork. It's just he explains things really, really well.
What's funny is you're a guy who's got a ton of power and people go nuts when you hit home runs. I felt like there was almost as much excitement as when you lay down a bunt. It was, first of all, it's a rare skill these days, people being able to lay down a bunt. But is that something you spend a lot of time working on and perfecting, because you do it very well?
Yeah, I mean, it's something I take very seriously. I think that kind of plays into the valleys I was talking about. So, like, you're on a skid and you're doing anything to get a base hit, laying down a bunt is sometimes the best way to do it. So anytime that I see, some grass over there where the third baseman's kind of moved off third and I can get one down, I'm always looking for it.
Well, I like it's in their head now because they got film of you doing it. So I love that they have to prepare for that. That's a huge element of your game.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine this guy running at you? Like,
no.
You're like a freight train once you get going, man.
Yeah.
I feel like you've got sneaky speed.
Yeah, I get told that a lot.
Yeah.
I definitely don't look like somebody that can run. And then, I'll get on first base and first baseman more times than I can count be like, man, you really get down the line.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's, it's max effort and kind of limbs flying everywhere, but it works. So.
And everybody wants to get out of the way.
That's right.
Hey, whatever works.
So does that mean more stolen bases are going to be part of it? Is that going to be part of the game as well?
Yeah, I mean, that's always something I'm looking for. EY and I have been working on some stuff over, trying to get better jumps, stuff like that. I think my downfall in stolen bases is, like, I'm a top speed guy. My first step isn't always as quick as it could be, and just working over there with EY has been really good for me.
What have you noticed anything about, it just seems very positive here about this team this year. And, it just seems like there's almost like we expect to win. And what's kind of the culture here that you've felt so far in spring training?
Yeah. Dan's been awesome at, portraying that to us. It's 162 battles, and we're going to be prepared every night and go out there and play our baseball. And we do. We expect to go out there and win.
Well, Luke, it's cool to finally catch up with you. I know we've been trying for a while, and we finally made it happen. Congratulations on the new addition to the family. That's very cool. And we look forward to seeing you this year. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you very much.
There you go. Luke Raley, man, it's good to catch up with him.
How cool was that, what you just saw, right? Great stuff. If you want more of that, you continue right here. We're going to have all kinds of stuff happening from Peoria live, and you find it right here on YouTube. And where else can they find it?
They can download the Seattle Sports app. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
That's very true,
Yeah.
what you said there.